A nice shot there of the nighttime skies over Turner Field in Atlanta. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. He's been a one-man wrecking crew lately, driving in 20 runs over the last 10 ball games. I guess I shouldn't say one-man wrecking crew. It takes a lot of support from the guys above him to get in a position to be driven in, but he has been the man.
Buddy Dick gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and hit deep to left center. Addison ranging back and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall and he's in there safely. He's got a double. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month.
Well, I'll tell you, anytime you go through a streak like this where you just keep getting base hit after base hit after base hit, you know, people start to take notice of what you're doing.
And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
You get the 2-out double. This would be a good run to pick up here in the first inning, especially here on the road. Give your guy something to work with when he takes the mound.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
And he does have a base open, so he doesn't have to give in on 3-2.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Full count, here it comes. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Danger reverted following the 2-out double. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Digging in the switch hitter, Buddy Dick. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here. So it's a solo shot to dead center, and even 30 home runs on the year. And the Dodgers strike first, 1-0. Buddy Dick leans in, looking to replicate his last at-bat when he launched a solo home run.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, so you need a different approach in this at-bat.
92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Now batting,
Now to the plate, Cliff Hill. He drew a walk his first time up.
And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen.
There goes the runner. Pitch inside, the throw. And no throw as he'll just hang on to it.
Yeah, timely gamble there. You really don't have a whole lot to lose, and it'll result in a 2-out scoring opportunity.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 3-0 game. And he will check in with his first extra base hit of the year. It's a double. Buddy Dix picks up another base hit there, and now he's just 2 away from 1,000 for his career.
Well, I've seen
Buddy Dick will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Now both runners are breaking. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. The runner scores from second.
Around third and being waved on home.
And he will score as well. And they've started to break it open a bit now. It's up to 5-0.
This is a guy you don't want to make a mistake to with runners on base, because when you do, he normally does something like this. This is a bolt right here. You could hang your laundry on this one, and it's going to wind up scoring too.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. No shortage of extra base hits as you see the totals there. Hit down the third base line. Backhanded. On to first, and the throw goes right by him. And the runner is out at the plate as they cut him down trying to score. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors. And a runner left. Buddy Dick is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the third inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. In to score, the runner from third.
Around third and being waved on home.
The relay throw, and he's in there with a 2-run triple. Wow, have a day. He's just completed the cycle, folks.
Wow, this guy is on fire. Stay hot out there. You know, this is pretty cool because a cycle just doesn't happen that often. What do you see it once or twice in a year, unless your name's Aaron Hill, who did it twice in a year himself. So I'm pretty positive he's going to put this game right at the top of his career highlight reel.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. 2-2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Full count. 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Went up and out of the zone that time, but he gets a piece of it, and he'll see another pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Braves 2. And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Yeah, it seemed like everything he touched turned to gold. He winds up with 5 hits in the game. Without question, a standout performance.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 8-2. Good night from Atlanta.
No errors. They left 12 men on base. For Atlanta, 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base.
And welcome back to the MLB pregame show as we prepare you for Game 2 of our series with the always important Topps Player Spotlight. Buddy Dick is our man to watch as he comes into this game riding an impressive 20-game hitting streak. Steve, Eric, what have you seen from him lately that's been making him successful, and how long you think he can ride this?
Well, it's really impossible to know how long he can keep this thing rolling. But I will say that he really looks like he's in a zone right now. I mean, when you think about it, even the balls that he doesn't hit particularly hard are still finding holes for him and doing some damage.
Yeah, Steve, he does seem to have some good luck on his side, but I will say he looks awfully comfortable up there at the plate right now. Seems to be seeing the ball well, and his mechanics look very sound. Sometimes everything, it just comes together, and that time is now for him. And like you said, Steve, we can't predict how long this will continue, but it certainly doesn't look like it's likely to come to an end in this one.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next. From downtown Atlanta, we welcome you to baseball from Turner Field. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Buddy Dick strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. Into the windup and the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets harder and harder to do when people are paying attention.
Throw over to the bag, and a dive, but he's back in there.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
2-1, here it is. Runners on the move for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw.
He's safe.
Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
And later in the game, maybe you question this decision to run because you worry about taking the bat out of the hands of one of your best hitters. But here in a scoreless game, I doubt they're going to put him on. So that was a good job to take what's given to you.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. One left for L.A. And now the Braves will get their initial shot here. No score. Striding into the box, Buddy Dick, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Yeah, he's got great numbers right here. Hitting over 350 against righties where he just rakes.
Here's a drive out to left center field. Around first, heading for second now. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
Showing another gear that time. Really got the wheels turning there. As a result, he's into third base with his 6th triple of the year.
Tyrone Lawler will get a chance now as he hopes to cash in following the 2-out triple.
Well, the inning didn't look like it was going anywhere with those 2 quick outs, but then all of a sudden, now the pressure's on here with a runner down at third.
Gifford sprinting after it.
No, that's foul.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. No damage done after the 2-out triple. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Buddy Dick heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Boy, how much hotter is he going to get? And he's got himself another 3-hit ball game, and that batting average is going to continue to climb even higher.
Tyrone Lawler will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Drilled to first. To second for one. On to first, a double play.
Boy, not an easy play out there by any stretch. He's got to hit the shortstop in stride while avoiding that runner who's directly in his path. But he's able to put a good throw right on the bag, and they wind up turning the double play.
Buddy Dick steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
Now both runners on the move. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Swing, high drive, deep down the left field line. This ball is slicing and gone right down the line the other way. Wow! A 3-run shot down the line in left. Number 31 for him on the season as this lead swells to 7-0.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Buddy Dick will stand in again as we flash you back here to inning number 6. This was his 3-run home run that's really been the key blow to this point in the ball game. Driven nicely into the gap. Around first, on his way to second now. And my goodness, 5 for 5 now as he's in there with a double. Buddy Dick has just hit for the cycle. That's a great thrill for him and everyone here in attendance.
Thrilling indeed, Matt. Now, I've witnessed a few others besides this one, and it's exciting for everyone, even broadcasters. It's a very rare thing in our sport, and it always seems to happen out of nowhere. So it's pretty cool for everyone here watching to see a little piece of baseball history.
Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Runner's on his way to third. And the pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, so that runner will make it to third base safely. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
Now batting,
Russ Gibson digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. Here's the 1-1. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
A man at third with 1 away. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Well, one thing this team cannot afford is for him to get hurt early in the season. Luckily, though, looks like he's going to be all right.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball to second. This could be two. The second for one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
And you know, a cycle is about the equivalent of a no-hitter for a pitcher. It's one of the rarest things you can.
Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this 3-game set. That'll come your way in mere moments, but first we'll take a look at the Topps Player Spotlight. Buddy Dick is our subject, and he was the definition of a big offensive performer in his last game as he hit for the cycle.
Oh, man, and it was so fun to watch. Cycles don't come very often, like only a few times a year, so it's a pretty special achievement. And you know, there's always so much pressure on that last at-bat, coming in knowing what you need for the cycle. Baseball is just not one of those sports where you can do what you want on demand. So to come through like that, it's really satisfying.
Okay, Eric, Steve, and I are ready for baseball, and we'll have it for you next on the show. A good look there at the southern skies in Turner Field in Atlanta. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's hit more than 10 home runs in his last 10 games. This has been...
Buddy Dick strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. Line drive to center field. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
Can you imagine waking up every morning, coming to the ballpark, knowing that you're going to get a base hit like he's feeling it right now?
Runners off for second. Pitches a cold strike to throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. So he's in safely following the stolen base, and running has been made a priority on this team here in the early going as we view the league leaderboard for team stolen bases.
Yeah, Matt, there are the numbers right there. And as of now, they stand tied for second in that category. They've definitely got some wheels in this lineup. If you don't keep these guys close, they will run on you all game long.
Belted high and deep into right center. Addison ranging back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Home run number 9 on the year. And the Dodgers have now taken a 3-0 lead. Digging in to try it again, Buddy Dick. He singled his last time up.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Line to the right side. Gifford will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom of the second. LA's on top, 5-0. Buddy Dick steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Buddy Dick.
Here's the first pitch to him. Left field and deep. Ramirez going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's now 7-1.
Gotta like your chances when you put up 7 runs early in a ball game. They are off to a hot start, no doubt about it.
Tyrone Lawler strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. 7 runs, 8 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. A shot down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 2 runs on. Buddy Dick is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Line towards center field, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. That wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
Tyrone Lawler will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Pitch outside, the throw, and he'll be in there at second without a throw, in fact.
And even with a 5-run lead, you've got to play with the mindset that no lead is ever safe. So that's a good job right there, taking second and getting yourself into scoring position.
Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Ramirez racing back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an 8-2 game.
Awfully good start to the inning right here. You get the leadoff man into second base, and they'll just...
Buddy Dick steps in. He scored after reaching on a single his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hot shot towards the hole, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. And some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start in that bat. And sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
Ball 4.
That misses. So a single and a walk, and it's first and second with nobody out. Russ Gibson stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Set to deal on 2-2. And the runner's breaking for third. This is hit high and deep out to left. Ramirez racing back. Gone! So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him as they've widened this lead. And a good offensive performance here, but I think we can agree on naming this fella right here as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ball game. He came through when they needed him to, and he was instrumental in the win.
So that's a wrap here this afternoon. For EK, Psycho, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 12-3. So long from Atlanta.
At the Georgia State Station by following Capitol Avenue to the north. Shuttle service to the 5 Points MARTA station continues for 1 hour after the conclusion of the ballgame.